Welcome, guys. Good to see everyone. Good to see everyone stopping by on this Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we have some things to talk about, some exciting stuff. So first of all, welcome. If you are not familiar with how this goes, this is my way to not only talk with people, but also to give away some things. So I'm definitely looking to give away up to 4 items today. So here's how it works. There is a link to the Google form that you need to fill out in the description of this live stream. And just fill out the form, submit it one time, don't do multiples. And once you do that, we will then draw up to 4 names during the drawing at 9:45 p.m. Okay, that's the big thing you need to know. So we'll talk a little bit about what those prizes are going to be, but that's the first thing. So when you're here, make sure you get yourself entered into the giveaway. You only have to do it one time. All right. Cool. So that's the first thing. The second thing I want to talk about is the tool that I sort of spoiled the last time we were here on the live stream. I've been working with Nextool kind of behind the scenes to develop a different version of their mini sailor. So their mini sailor is a pretty nice little tool, honestly, I got to say, but it's a little bit on the heavy side. And I think some things aren't necessary for a small tool like this. And there's a niche in the market that wasn't being filled. So we worked on this, and this is the initial prototype. We talked about it there. But this is a TSA legal keychain multi-tool. And it's good for a couple of reasons. Obviously, good for TSA, assuming that they follow their own rules. And it's also going to be a great item for gifting to people who maybe haven't yet learned how to use a knife, right? So kids and that kind of thing. So it's going to be a really great little tool. And here is the final production model that I have. So this is their all black variation. We talked about different colors, but I think black does make the most sense. And what you can see is not only did it cut down on 1/2 of the slots, so it's fewer outside accessible tools, but you can see on the inside that they've hollowed out the frame to make it as light as possible. So where this tool is around the 3-ounce mark, this is about 2.5. So it's a little bit lighter, but because it is genuinely bigger than the Leatherman Squirt, it's only can get so light. Here's the cool part about this thing, though. This thing has basically the same tool set that you'll see on the original size, only instead of the basic flathead, it has the bottle opener here. So it's only missing 2 tools from the mini sailor, and that is the file. Sorry, not the file, the can opener and the blade. That's it. That's all you're missing. And you lose 1/2 ounce, which is awesome. So I wanted to answer this question. Have you tried the Pocket Pen looking pen from CountyCom? No, I'm trying to stay off of CountyCom because I'm going to end up spending way too much money, but I do want to try it. It does look awesome. What is a good blade upgrade for the Leatherman Surge? I just broke the tip off and I figured I would just upgrade it. If you're talking about buying aftermarket blades, they do exist. I've seen them on AliExpress, but upgrade is a strong word because I think they're Damascus, and that doesn't mean that the Damascus is any good. So just keep that in mind. You could just send it in for warranty. Could do that. All right. All right. When is the product release date? We do not have a product release date yet. I was told, though, as soon as I got this, I was allowed to talk about it, so I'm doing that. I'll do a formal intro review of it at some point when it finally hits the market, but I'm pretty pleased with it. The one change that they made from the prototype is with this little tab here at the back. Right at the tip of the scissor, right as this closes, you can see if you're putting lateral pressure right there, the tips come together, and if you're pressing to the side to try to bring the blades together to cut better, it interacts with the frame just a smidgen. So from this, it improved greatly over the prototype. So I think this will be good enough. So I don't think they need to make any more iterations. I think it'll be okay. And if you need to, you can always grind that piece of metal down a little bit more. But the big thing I said to them is this is a good baseline tool for a lot of people because it doesn't have a blade. Like my daughter can get one, and if she takes it to school by accident, she's not going to get in trouble, right? And it's going to be less than $20. So even if they take it, it'll be easy to replace, not too expensive. That's exactly why I wanted them to make it. Is there a particular EDC item you care the most for? I mean, well, like if you're talking about a really specific item, it's pretty tough for me to choose something very specific. If we're talking about EDC items, probably the most important piece of gear that I carry is my Wazoo cap, which is funny because for the live stream I've been wearing this hat, which was a gift from Patriot Leather Goods. But I wear the Wazoo cap every day because it has band-aids and a bunch of random stuff that I just never have in my pocket. So it's like the most important piece, I think. Yeah. So the link for the Google Doc, we're not putting it in the live chat anymore because we found that people were struggling to get access. So by putting it in the description and clicking it there, it will work. It should work for everyone. Let me know if you still can't find it. Okay. So yeah. All right. So that's the first thing. I wanted to point out that this is coming and I'm pretty excited about it. There's literally nothing left on the market. There used to be, this is really cool. Check this out. So this is the Gerber Dime Travel. So this was a really cool tool. Doesn't exist anymore. And I think that's because Gerber doesn't know how to market anything. So guess what happened? It just disappeared. They also had the Leatherman style PS, probably my favorite model of all. This thing was like 1.5 ounces. This thing was tiny and light. The problem with this thing is that it had major spring issues. And speaking of spring issues, when I went to pull this out of the bag, the spring was broken. So I have three style PSs that have broken scissor springs. And this was like $35. This is 20. Um, yeah, and like the micro is like 50. So yeah, much better. Start if we should start putting it in the chat and the description to cover all bases. I will go ahead and what I will do is I will also copy it to the description. I have to go over here. Let me go ahead and I will put it there, but it may not work for everyone. I think you're right, though. We should probably cover all bases. Let me do that. All right. So I just put it in the chat. I will pin it in just a second. As soon as it moves up a little bit in chat. Here we go. All right. So now the message is pinned at the top. So you should be good to go. Okay. Going back here. Any word on the Roxon Flex release date? It's still in June, I believe. So I'm hoping sometime around when Blade Show Atlanta happens. So that would be good. Also, cool news. Roxon sent me some prototype inserts, which are really cool. Gun specific ones. Very cool. I will be showing those in an upcoming video. So that's going to be neat. Some other designs that they're thinking about. So I'm looking forward to getting some feedback. Um, like the speed at which they are able to release those inserts is going to be pretty impressive. I think that they're going to go as strongly into it as they can right off the front, to give as many people as many options as they can. I just don't know how they're going to manage making every tool custom. If they can do that, then Yeah, the sky's the limit for them. Yeah, no, front flipper is when they got the action just right and there's enough space to allow for that front flipper to rotate completely. It is just so perfect. As and it has to have good jipping, which not all knives do. It's not I'm assuming you're talking about the Flex, and they're not, but actually they're better in some ways because they actually have a precision tip, like a Victorinox. So, the scissors are a weird thing because you want different size scissors and different functions of a scissor. It's not like a, it's different that, like, a large scissor does different things than a small scissor does, so really it's like multiple different tools, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Um, I think next tool is much I think the big thing is, right now, I rate Roxon higher than SOG in quality control, delivery, everything. Like, they're better right now. That's scary, right? Um, and they're kissing up to, like, starting to kinda be in there almost where Gerber is. Not quite, but they're close. I think that the other thing is there's also there's, like, the lower tier, which is, like, the no-name brand clones, which have gotten so insanely good for their price points. It's like yeah, like, that lower tier has been completely good for this, actually. Did I bring it downstairs? I did. Okay, so I am absolutely using the Tale of Knives holster. In fact, I have just ordered a 3rd one, and the reason is I wanted the same design for a large, multi-tool like the Surge with a flap, and the idea was when the Flex comes out, I'm gonna create a pocket that'll I'm going to, rivet inside that will contain additional implements for the Flex. So and then with the flap over top, it'll hold everything together. That's my thought, and it does work both in the large and small slots if you don't have additional items, but I think you should if you buy a tail of knife sheath, get one with a flap and get it for a surge. It'll give you the widest variety, and because it comes relatively tight, if you start with, like, a wave, you'll be able to still use it. So, I wanna also talk about this. This is not a tail and knife sheath. This is a Viper Age sheath. It's the only one they have that has this little slot here that's very important. I've been trying this instead of my tail of knife sheath. I know, crazy. And I realized I made a mistake when I reviewed this last time. So here's what happened. Um, I was carrying it on my left hip, which is where I carry my tail and knife sheath. This sheath does not work that way. You have to have the belt loop between these 2 sections. And once I did that, it stayed flat all during the day and stayed incredibly comfortable. As a sub $20 sheath to test whether you're gonna buy that more expensive tail of knives, this actually is a really good option, and I like the Velcro too. I wanna see if they'll make it so that they have a like, a little Velcro cover that comes over. That would be a nice little addition to this. But, yeah, I normally use the tailed knife sheath, and I'm looking forward to getting my 3rd one in. So, wrist check? Alright, today I am wearing the, D4 Tactical from Veer. I haven't put on a non-Veer watch in a number of weeks. I am in love with this brand. Sorry, it just is what it is. I know it's the next tier up, it's a little bit more premium, but their quartz solar movements with sapphire crystal and all the fit and finish is just perfect. That's a very good question. I will tell you who you should contact. You should go to Skinth Solutions. In fact, I'm gonna make sure they're still in business. Let's go ahead and let me pull them up. Skinth Solutions. Want to make sure that they are in fact still around. Eric, who runs this, is incredibly talented. Let me actually just share this real quick. All right, right here. And Skin Solutions. Now these are made out through and now out in Canada. He makes incredible sheaths. Now I will tell you right now that his website is very hard to navigate. Okay, so it's not the most easy thing to navigate, but the quality of his work is undeniable. And if you want something custom, he can actually create um, pretty much anything. So Skin Extruder, let's see if we so oh yeah, you pick like your Leatherman, let's say I want a Leatherman Super Tool. So it gives me options for that design in a bunch of different iterations. Ooh, these canvas, those are fun. Ooh, I might have to try some of these myself. But I like the XL Shield a lot. It's a great design. Just really, really high quality pieces. And you can get like some different iterations on it. It's just let's do standard black. I want to see how much they are. I can't remember. Hmm, why isn't it going? Add to cart. Oh, button color is required field. Black chrome. Fine. There we go. And that's only 30 bucks. Oh my god. I absolutely need to buy a bunch from him, bro. I need one of everything. In fact, and I know he does customs too. So Skin Solutions, he's if you're talking about Kondura, like really well made stuff. I mean, this is the best. Definitely check it out. All right, let me cancel that for a second. All right. All right, so let's see, did I miss anything here? All right, let's see. Skin Solutions. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. So good to go. Now, some information. It's 9:15. Let me show you what we're gonna do for the giveaway for today. So the first item, the first thing we're gonna give away is this. This is the Civivi. Forget the name of this. I shouldn't have thrown the box away. It's my mistake. Put it in the comments if you can remember what knife this is from Civivi. But anyway, beautiful knife, button lock, um, and has this cool milling pattern in the aluminum. 14C28 blade steel on this one. And I'm also going to include with it a wallet from Hide and Drink. So we'll have both of those things in the box. So that's awesome. Oh, I just missed something. What do we miss? Channel memberships. Who did that? Tony gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate it. Glad you could be here. Yeah, Storm something. Storm Razor, Storm Roll? Storm something? Stormy? Dark and Stormy? No. So that's gonna be the first one. That's gonna be our first winner. And if we hit 200, I think we said 200, right? Then we will do one more knife, and this one is going to be from Ramet. I really like this design. So it is micarta, and check out the texturing on this. You can't really see it, but the texturing on this button is incredible. 14C 20, again, a really good budget knife. Excellent ergonomics on this one. Very good. And we're also going to include with this some items from Hide and Drink. So we're going to get this little organizer, oop, little organizer and wallet. So we have these, and that will be going with it as well. So those will be if we hit the 200. And here's where the memberships are going to come in. If every 20 channel memberships or partnership, channel partners we get, during the stream, I'm gonna give away something that is no longer available. So, thanks to Tim, we have a couple extras of these, and if you know what this is the Leatherman Leap. The Leatherman Leap is one of my favorite small multi-tool Leatherman has ever made. It is fantastic. Super high tool dense tool, and even though it was designed for kids, it's pretty awesome just in general. So I definitely like this tool, and we'll be doing that once we hit um, subs, or if you want to remember. So that's the first one, and if we do it again, I have a second one. So up to 2 Leatherman Leaps, but we may not get there. So, 6 so far, at least 6 we already have. So yeah, we're there, pretty close to it. Alright, the other thing I noticed is that this must be a popular time because a bunch of other content creators have, like, their live streams at 9 o'clock, which is cool. But yeah, hopefully they people stop by before the giveaway happens at 9:45. Welcome, welcome, everyone who just came in. Yeah. A little deep. Thanks, Tim, for helping me hook me up with those. And we actually got 4 of them, 4 red ones, so I'm giving 2 away because I don't need 4. And another friend of mine had a spare blue one, so now I have, like, 5, and it's like 3 more leaps than I need probably. So someone's gonna get gifted one of these. And they're not that easy to find. They're not that easy to find. They've been discontinued for a little while now. Oh, is that why Neves' knife is also on, live stream? Awesome. But yeah, so at the very least, if you've been like, if you let them know to at least come over, do the thing, and then come back at 9:45, so they can get the best of both. They can get the giveaway and they can go hang out with me, Jared. All right. So what else do we have to? Oh, the tier list. That was the other thing we needed to talk about. We need to talk about the tier list. No, it's not a comparison for sure. Um, So tier lists. Next week, we're not going to have a giveaway because my goal is to record a very long live stream where I put every multi-tool, plier-based multi-tool from the major companies in a tier list of most irreplaceable to like can go away, no one cares about. Right? That's it's not going to be the best versus the worst. It's going to be like completely can't be replaced to no one cares. Right? So here's what I wanted to talk about. Dude, Top Dog 8762 just gifted 10 memberships. Thank you, man. Or thank you, in case you're not, man. Thank you so much for that. That is awesome. Look at all these people that just got channel memberships. That's awesome. Thank you so much. So we only need 4 more, and then we'll give away one of the leaps. So awesome. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And don't forget, if you have been gifted a membership, it doesn't mean you automatically get renewed. You have to do that yourself. You have to actively sign up for that. And at the end of the month, so at the end of April, we will be doing a giveaway for members. So at least enter that when you see that post in the community section so you can get a chance to win those 3 items as well. I just finished one, and I haven't shipped them out yet, but I contacted the winners. So it's next month, so make sure you do that, okay? Didn't know you had to allow gifts. I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, you mean you can't be gifted if you don't allow it? That's interesting. Alright, so let's talk a little bit about the tier list. I wanna make sure that it does in fact, uh, show a Make sure that I'm in the corner. I am. Good. Can I make myself a little bigger? No, I can do that. I don't want to do that. There we go. Oh, that's cool. I can flick that around. All right. So here's my thoughts on a multi-tool tier list. At the top, it's like irreplaceable, right? So that's like the tip for me. Like it's not that things are the best because everything is context. I don't think I can make a list where I can say definitively one multi-tool is better than another. What I can say is in the entire multiverse, what is and is not replaceable. Like if we have redundancy, we could lose it and it would be annoying, but it wouldn't be like the end of the world, right? So below that, I'm thinking a staple. So it's something that's like really well executed that but not necessarily special in any way. Like it just has a relatively generic tool set, but it just does its job really, really well. And here's where I don't under this is why I want to talk about it because I don't know what to call this. This is the meh, or as Nico likes to call it, the meh category. I don't know what to call that. And then like below that, I'm not sure what to say. So like this is like there's like two tiers below that middle, which are both negative. Like no one cares. Like it's completely redundant. I guess redundant. And this one is like trash tier, something like that. I don't know what to call these tiers. So that's something I wanted to discuss. Is like, what do I call these? What do I call these lower tiers? That's kind of. I don't think I like. The only other question is if there's a tool that I'm covering that I haven't tried yet. I think I'm going to have to always just put it in a meh category, unless I add a category down below this that's just haven't tried it yet kind of situation. And I'm not sure, like that kind of thing. That's kind of maybe 6 categories. It does seem like maybe that's enough. It seems like maybe too many. Hard to say. And just make the spaces. Made the text a little bit big. And of course, everything is showing the corners. So this is like the 6 categories that I was thinking. I'm just not sure. See, deeply flawed. Ooh, I like deeply flawed. I like that. But it's a little too sophisticated. We're going a little. We need to tone down the sophistication a little bit and go for like gas station tier. I like that. Hot garbage. Yeah, hot garbage. That's more like it. I think hot garbage works for me. Hot garbage. I like that one. Hot garbage. It's hot garbage, right? It's terrible. And there's unfortunately a lot of them. Even standard novelty. So I wouldn't call it novelty. I like specialized if I was going to do it, but I thought about that, and the thing is most of those specialty tools are also irreplaceable because nothing does what they do. Like the Leatherman Mutt is a great example. Like that's an irreplaceable tool. I'll give you an example because first of all, the quality is incredible. The engineering is incredible. It's a specialized tool and it's completely irreplaceable, right? But it's more of a novelty than standard tool set. I like dumpster fire, that's a good too. That's a good one. Let's see, what else? What did I miss? Wait, wait, wait. Did I miss something? Wait, wait, wait. Did someone just, gift some subs? I think I just missed it. Ooh, Dean just gifted 10 memberships. Thanks, Dean. Really appreciate it. So we are at 24 now. So we're definitely gonna be giving away one of the Leatherman Leaps for sure. So we have at least That's we have at least 2 winners, and if we hit 200 by the time, uh, we get to 9:45, then we'll have 3 winners, and then, um, we can get or what is it, 16? We might not get there, it's okay. It's okay if we don't get there, but we're definitely gonna give away 1 leaf today for sure. 26, so 14 more. Thanks for keeping track. See, this is why I put Tim on numbers because I can't count clearly, so there you go. Hot mess, I like that one. Um, what else? So, is there something I could say instead of meh? Like, it's not bad, but it's also, like, not interesting? Like, that's the one I'm not sure about. Thanks, Ramses, appreciate it. Thanks for the channel partner membership. The only problem with naming it, like, channel partners, but then it's called a membership when you sign up for it is it's just it messes with my brain. Boring, but no, it's something gotta do different. Yeah, but I don't think you should gift like give you said gifting only tier. I I don't think that's a thing because if you gift someone a tool that's either A gonna injure them or B make them never want to pick up a multi-tool again, bad idea, right? Not a good idea. Like I'd rather them have like a wave or surge clone or that kind of thing. Like, and also we're not covering, by the way, we're not covering like the other brands. We're only doing SOG, Gerber, Leatherman, and Victorinox because otherwise the video would be like ridiculously long. Passable, passable could work. Yeah, that's a little too much sophistication. Again, we need to make it like even simpler. Like that's why I like Nico because he's like God tier, and then it's like meh. Like it's the emotion of the meh. Like you know what I'm saying? It explains the emotion perfectly. Like forgettable. It could be forgettable. I can't spell because there's that. Okay, I did spell it right. All right, sweet. Have not yet embarrassed myself, but we're getting there. Adequate. I see. I adequate sounds like it's a positive. I don't like mediocre is basically what we're going for. We're not going for like adequate. Adequate is like a B, and we're talking like C minus, right? Yeah, unremarkable. That's kind of where we're going with it. Beer goggles. That's cool. I like that. That's like a couple of tiers of thinking through it. It's like something that is, but that's sort of usually making it more positive. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think that I'll keep thinking about it. So some good ones here. I definitely like under par, just not. I keep going back to meh because I like the. I even might want to consider like changing from irreplaceable. And the reason I'm putting so much effort into figuring this part out is I'm going to then kind of make access to this available to anyone to make their own um, version of this, like to actually do their own rating. Now, I think you can set up your own categories, but I'm going to do all the uploads for all the images, so people will be able to use this tier list for themselves. And I would love to see what other people think. And even if you're just doing like one brand, that's cool, or just the ones that you've dealt with. That I think that would be good to have. Just it would be good for a lot of people. Like, I would love to see Ben from Texas Tool Crib do it, you know what I mean? God tier. Sorry, I had to say it. So, I think it's something in this. I like hot garbage or dumpster fire. So, here's my question. Hot garbage or dumpster fire? I like both of those a lot. Which one would you go with? That's the question. Red tier. Yeah, so we're not talking about clones. So this would be just the 4 major brands. So just the 4. Um, yeah, I like hot garbage and I like both of them, but dumpster fire. Wait, hold on. Justin L just gifted 10 memberships. Thank you so much. That's awesome. So 26. So we're missing 4. We're only missing 4, and then we can gift the other um, Leatherman Leap. Thank you guys for that. And what'll happen is it'll be the 2 leaps plus the first item we showed, because in order to get the second one, we have to hit 200 people present. So we'll have those 3. Maybe we just go with, let me see, I'm gonna go dumpster fire. It's pretty split. You know what it is? Dumpster fire. Somebody did something that I do think I agree with, is it feels like hot garbage has been used a lot. You know what I mean? All right. Thanks, Angela. I appreciate it. That was very nice. So let me I like dumpster fire only because I think hot garbage has just been used so much. Now that I think about it, it's like I've seen people say that a lot. But a dumpster fire, you know what it reminds me of? It makes me think of somebody taking a multi-tool and literally throwing it into a dumpster fire. And I think that just works for me because like a multi-tool is gonna like it's gonna live through hot garbage, but it isn't gonna live through a dumpster fire. That's it. That's it right there. So dumpster fire is definitely happening. I thought about it, and I think meh. As much as I what did I just do? What did I just do? Here. What am I just missing here? I just deleted something, and now I can't remember what I had there. Classic, right? Radioactive waste. I like the dumpster fire because it like we might literally throw something in a dumpster fire to prove a point later on. So, and then what did I say? So dumpster fire, and then do we even wait a second? Do we actually need another tier? Like if it's not just okay, if it's below that, do we even care about them? So maybe we do need. The problem is specialized and irreplaceable are going to end up being a problem. This is why I wanted to talk this out because like I genuinely don't know how I want to break this down. I just know that it needs to be like based on how hard it would be if it was discontinued to replace it. Like it makes me think of the Leatherman Crunch. That tool has no replacement, right? So it really sucks. You're at 43 gifted new memberships tonight. Thanks, Tim. That is awesome. Thanks everyone for gifting it. That means we're definitely giving away both Leatherman Leaps. So that's awesome. I'm in charge of being that tier. Is a category, not a tier. Probably right. Like I think you can have something that's both irreplaceable and specialized. So yeah, I don't think I want to put like specialized as as a staple. So a staple means that it's executing everything well, is what I'm thinking. Like it does its job better than anything like most of the tools out there. Like it does the job that it was designed for the best. Maybe that's the best way to say it. Like a Leatherman wave or whatever would be a good example of a staple. That's why I'm thinking about it because I'm struggling to figure this out, and I definitely want to do so. Now, reminder, we're at 9:40, so if you haven't yet um, entered the giveaway, make sure you put yourself in the Google form. Go ahead and enter yourself just one time. Ooh, paperweight. That's cool. I like that. I like that a lot. But like, yeah, it just sits around, doesn't get used because it's not that great. Mm. No, no, actually, that's the next tier down. Like, it's barely passable. Barely passes passable. Like it, like yeah, like a good example of that would be the Gerber truss. Like it's absolutely on the bare bottom of being play usable at all. Like that kind of thing. Then maybe mash should be like redundant then because it actually makes it so that there's like yeah, I don't know. Two bad tiers, one neutral tier, and then two positive tiers, basically. That works. So the thing about saying niche is because you can have an I think niche tools, in this case, most of them are going to be irreplaceable. So it'll be a weird list because you're going to see tools in the irreplaceable tier or the god tier that are probably ones you wouldn't consider yourself. But for the individual it was designed for, it would be the best tool, right? So I don't think they can go anywhere else in this particular concept because we're not doing what's the most sold tool ever. We're not going with like what's the best complete tool set overall. We're going with if we lost it, would we miss it? Does that make sense? And I think that that context will help because you might not have just one multi-tool and it's and can make sense to have multiples if they do different things. Needs some what is it? Needs some way to talk about good product with bad quality control. I will be bringing that up because the bad quality control definitely drops it down within its own tier for sure. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like the idea of the benchmark. Like, I'm thinking like, not what's another name for like a benchmark? Like, well, a staple, I guess, is sort of the thing. But yeah, something along those lines. Spring breaks me all thrown off. Well, I'm just gonna say paperweight. I'm not gonna say barely passable. I'm just reminding myself what we're referring to. We should just call this untested. So you guys refer. So the read so it's basically 5 tiers plus untested. So these are tools that I don't have enough information to give proper tiering to, basically. I don't think there are going to be many of those. I've tried most multi tools and I've also researched a lot of multi tools, so it's going to be rare. Yeah, industry standard. Oh, I like core, like it's the foundation, that kind of thing. Like, okay. So we're gonna take a break from this for just a minute. We might come back to it later. But we need to kind of get to the giveaway in just a few minutes. So we're gonna focus on that. I'm gonna read the comments a little bit more and I'll think about it. Scrap. Scrap is good. Scrap is good, but I think dumpster fire works for that. I think we're going like more. I want to rile some feathers a little bit. I want because like there's going to be tools in that dumpster fire category that are going to really tick people off. So I really wanted to like emphasize it. I mean, like a dumpster fire is kind of like a smelter, kind of, sort of. Kind of mess up the tool no matter what. So the thing is, we're not talking about like an entry level tool. Like I would say an entry level tool is something like the one I'm carrying in my pocket. It's a great example. The Leatherman Curl. Leatherman Curl is a great example of an entry tool. Good price point, nice size, easy to carry, not too complicated, right? But we're not talking about that. We're talking about, is there another tool like the curl that can take its place? Hard to tell. So only good for recycling. I like it. The arc is a weird one because it's like, first of all, it's not going to be irreplaceable. I guarantee you that. Just having the steel does not make it. So here's where I differ from most people. A better steel doesn't make it better for its function. It doesn't. The first cut on Magna Cut and the first cut on 420HC, you're gonna get the same performance. Now, the 10th or 15th cut might start to make a difference, but the first cut, not the first cut. Yeah, I'm a big fan. That's a great example of an irreplaceable tool. That's an irreplaceable tool right there. I love the knifeless rebar. It's a great tool. Train wreck. Could be train wreck. I like it. Oh, we're already there. It's 9:45. All right, so let me check to see how many entries we have. Let me also check to see where we're at on numbers. So we're at 158. Actually, that's funny. It's exactly the same number of responses. That's pretty interesting. Cool. All right, so we're gonna go to our random number generator, and let's see. Let's make sure we don't have any duplicates. Oh, you guys are on it. I think I got one here. I just delete one of them, guys. I don't punish people for accidentally entering more than once, unless it's like 10 times. All right, so that should be it. All right. And then we have anybody after the time frame. There was 1, 2, and 3. So 156 is the top number. So 2, 156. All right. And share the screen. All right. So if you're not familiar, what I do is I pick the number that is the third number generated, and that's the one we're going to pick. And then I announce who that person is. You just have to say you're here. I need to confirm that you are, and that's it. And I have all the other information I need. Okay, let's make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, cool. So, oh, let's go ahead and roll for the. Which one is this going to be? This is going to be the Storm Howl. I remember what it is called. Haha, Storm Howl. Yeah, not Storm Razor. Storm Howl and the wallet. So that's going to be the first winner. Let's go ahead and figure out who it is. One, two, and then this is going to be the winner, 91. 91. Okay. So the winner is Pinky Guy 1245. Name first name is well the same. They put the same first name in. Pinky Guy 1245. Are you here? Storm Howl. Storm Howl. Yeah, you got to be here. You got to be here before we draw at 9:45, and then just entering it even a few minutes before. But yeah, does anyone? Did we find the guy? Did we find Pinky Guy 1245? So the reason the minimum is not at one is because the first line is always the headers, like it tells like the title and the numbers and the descriptions. So the first entry is on the number two. All right, thank you, Tim. So you are good to go, Pinky Guy. Congratulations. You don't have to do anything else. I will be sending you an email. You will see your little 4-digit code I'll enter in there so you know it's me, not some scammer. And now let's go ahead and draw for the two Leatherman leaps. So one, two, and then 94. All right. Okay. Uh, Winner is Emma Dabbling. First name Emma. Emma Dabbling. Are you here? So it's the red lit. It's the red one. It's the nice one. The red one. Got to have that red, man. I have a blue one. I have one blue one and four red ones. So got to give away the red ones. Plus the red ones are brand new. Ooh, there you are. Okay, cool. You are good to go, Emma. You are going to have a Leatherman leap coming your way. So congratulations. Don't worry about anything. I'm just going to send an email to you. You'll see your 4-digit code to confirm that I am not some scammer. And all you're going to need to give me is your name and address. That's it. It's all you ever get asked from me ever. Yeah, yeah. Just even just pop in for a few minutes to get yourself logged into to do the Google Doc. We'll see you. We'll see you next time. Okay, cool. So let me do the next winner. One, two, and then this will be the last one. 88. Man, these are all like really closely grouped together. What's up with that? Okay. All right. So the next winner is uh Nikos, Nikos, capital K and S, and the first name is Will. Nikos. Why? What? What did I? Why? What did I do? Come on, Lou. Come on. It's just me. All right, Nikos is here. Awesome. All right. Congratulations. I will be sending the stuff out to you as well. Same email, same basic idea, right? You'll see the 4-digit code and all that. Don't forget, if you got gifted a membership and you are now a channel partner, take a look towards the end of the month You'll have 7 days, so there's time to enter, but there will be a specific post that's only visible to members that will allow you to enter a giveaway for 3 additional items. So it's just an added bonus for people who stick around as channel partners and wanna continue to support the channel. It's something I do as well. So just make sure you do that, okay? Did you get any of the juice? Um, Not this time. I actually, I still have some leftover juice bottles. I have some leftover juice models from when they, completely discontinued them. So, I have a bunch of these. Actually sending this out to a friend who loves them, who uses them a lot, so I figured he'd get. Are the Costco Skeletals done? I think they are. I didn't see any, but that was a great deal. That was a great deal, and I did found out when I opened them that they had made some improvements on the Skeletal, which is great. It was a good deal. It's like $55 for, like, a Skeletal plus the Skeletal KBX. It was, like, super good deal. Alright, so let me turn this off. Alright. Oh, so this shirt was a gift from my parents for my birthday. I love it. Very cool. I'm not really a knifeologist in any way. Really just not a knife professional at all, but I like the shirt. It's cool. You have they're at your store? I'm sure the Where's your store? I'm sure there's a lot of people would like to know because there are people who are very passionately loving the Juice series tools. They just they just don't they didn't really get popular, it was weird. They were made, and then they never shipped enough of them overseas, which is where they really should have been in the first place. It was very silly. Alright. Oh, you're good, Tim. Don't worry about it. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Yeah, thanks to everyone who gifted, memberships. You guys rock, really. It means a lot. It allows me to keep shipping things out and giving things away, and it just is awesome. It makes the shipping cost, negligible, and for me, I would happily do it, but I have to ship it priority mail. I will not ship, first class because I don't trust it. I gotta have tracking, so thank you for all the help, guys, and don't forget, I never mentioned this, but I should. It's international. So, when I ship out overseas, I still ship priority because I don't take any chances and fully insured. So, we're not gonna go back to the tier list. I'm gonna keep thinking about it. A lot of what you guys said, I think is some good ideas. I'll come up with something, but next week, the goal is we're going to have a very long stream. I might even start it at, 8 PM. I might announce it, and we might do it at 8 just because I need so much time to make this thing. I'm thinking about it. Yeah. Yeah, it's the giveaway is international. I shipped to a couple of different people in some crazy cool places already. I shipped to Greenland, which was awesome. Shipped to Indonesia. I shipped to Poland. A couple other cool ones that I can remember. But no, I that's the reason this is all working. I want to make sure that anybody can get these. Even though it's a little I've had really hard time shipping to Canada. That is the one place I hate shipping because those people at their border people are just awful, taking stuff. Stupid. Alright. Any other while we're here, is you have any questions for me that you'd like answered before next week? We're gonna be going over all of the plier-based multi-tools from the big 4 companies. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a long. We're gonna do SOG. and then we're gonna work on, Victorinox, then we're gonna do Gerber, and then we're gonna do Leatherman at the end. I think that's the order I was thinking of doing. So I wanted to, like, split it up where we, like, do SOG and then, like, Victorinox. I just think the duality of that's gonna be so cool. Thanks, Palmer. Means a lot, and thanks for coming in and always helping. I really appreciate it. It really means a lot. Trip, the trip, the trip. What trip? Oh, the one down to Georgia? Oh, that trip was amazing. It was absolutely phenomenal. It's the one of my favorite things ever. Just seriously amazing. I met so many cool people. Um, learned a lot. Like learned a lot. Really got some clarity on what the purpose has been for me and EDC. It was great. It was a great time. It's awesome. Good question. Uh, I think that requires almost a completely separate tier list. But I will tell you right now, as it sits right now, I believe that Roxon deserves to be in that tier list more than Sog does. Yeah, pretty crazy. That's how far things have changed, and I think what where it really flipped over is when Roxxon started using better materials. Instead of using the 3 and 5 CRs, they went to German 4116, which is a much better steel, kind of similar to the Victorinox, and then D2 in the blades, and then the higher quality fit and finish that they've been able to accomplish. And then they opened up a place in California to have, like, a facility here in the US. Like, I think they're growing really quick. I think they're the closest right now to breaking through to the big group. They're close. They're really close. So DAI Camping is just a company that is buying, um, manufactured tools from a OEM and then putting their name on it. That's all they are, right? Byberry is another one of these. They're not making their own products. Like Nextool makes its own products. Like it has its own designs. Like Roxon has its own designs. This is not the case for a lot of these other brands that are like they're the clone tier, not clone. That's not fair. They're the OEM tier. We'll call it the OEM tier. And the thing is, you don't rate brands, you rate models. Like you rate the type of model, and it doesn't matter who makes it. It's just pretty much the same across the board. Becoming more ergonomic. Imagine where they will be in the. They're already there, Mark. I'm telling you right now. Where is it? The Roxon Flex. Oh, excuse me. The Roxon Flex, which they technically put the clip on the wrong side for somebody who's right-handed, like one-handed blade. But because of that, the pocket clip is on the opposite side when you're using the knife. Where is it? Like, so I have this here, but the thing about it is that the pocket clip is kind of on the wrong side, but the rest of this tool is so crazy rounded. It is so insanely comfortable. It's why I brought this tool with me to Georgia because, like, when you're actually pushing down with it, like hard on wood, it doesn't. It's like more comfortable than a lot of folding knives. That's insane. Well, probably not that. However, what I like, I think they should they make the modular blade system, right? They could expand that. I could see them making like S35VN or whatever, like something that works. I think that they could definitely tune that up. And like I would like to see a hybrid that takes the KS2 scissor and a couple of other components and then match with the modular blade. Like how cool would that be? Like that tool, but with the modular blade design, that would be so good. Like, so it'd be longer, right? Oh, that would be I gotta tell them that. They gotta do that. They need to do that. Like, Absolutely, because then they can make any blade they want. You could have a utility knife in there, be awesome. So, any of the multi-tools that don't have locks, like the Bond, are gonna be even more comfortable. So the Leatherman Bond is a Leatherman made in the United well, okay, mostly USA made, assembled in the US, tool that's 60 bucks and is super ergonomic, like crazy, crazy good ergonomic. So the, um, Leatherman Bond, great tool. Yeah, that's another imported steel though. That's very hard to get. So the thing is that's a Sandvik, um, steel. It's very popular, as it should be, because it's probably the best budget steel. You know what they need to do is see if they can work out a deal where they combine forces with, Artisan Cutlery, and they're able to use ARRPM 9, powder metallurgy steel that's made in China, very, very good quality. Like, in fact, Pete from Cedric and Ada rates it at the top of the budget category, which is crazy and awesome. And if they could get that steel, which I know they only use an Artisan and CGRB, but like Rosecraft Blades got it and they OEM with them. Like if they could work out a deal where they like combine forces or even merge, I mean, that would be amazing. That would be incredible, right? ARRPM 9, that's what I want to see. Yeah, it's not an easy steel to get because it's made in Sweden, I wanna say. Very good steel, very, very good, but it's just not made, often enough, and, like, AEBL, which is similar, is made in even lower quantities than that, and they're all imported, so that's a no, probably. They need to change it up. They need something else. Maybe 154 CM would be okay. But in my head, I see our ARRPM 9 being, like, the key if they can work out a deal with Artisan Cutlery. I think that would be amazing. So you're talking about the plier head because I had a couple similar issues. Unfortunately, this is, like, become Leatherman's new MO is, like, every other tool has a plier head that's, like, way too damn stiff. I did a video on this where basically, like, I squeeze it around, like, something thin and metallic, and I start to rotating it. I don't know if I recommend that to everyone. It does work, but it's a little risky, if you put too much force on it, so just keep that in mind, but it does work if you wanna loosen things up. Nitro V is I believe it's made in Germany, but it's made only for Jersey Steel Barons, so it has to go from Germany to New Jersey and then back to go to China. That's not good. It's gonna be so expensive, right? And yes, I know that companies like Civivi have it, but it's expensive. Realistically, this is the steal. I think this is the one they need. They need ARRPM 9. That is the steel that's made in China at a very high level. Like, the quality is good, the properties are good. It's the right choice, I think, if they can do it. The reason it's so difficult to find is because it's made by so many brands. Like, so many brands wanna get their hands on it because it's the gold standard for budget steels, pretty much. But here's the thing, Nitro V is strictly worse than 14C28. It has actual like, in testing with same hardness, lower edge retention, lower toughness. So, it's just a little bit under both. It's just worse, unfortunately, just with slightly. I thought at one point Nitro V had better edge retention and 14C had better toughness, but turns out 14C just better all around. Alright, the Canonian I haven't tried it. I can't say I have. Can't say I have. Alright, so what else? Anything else worth discussing at this point? Probably not. I think we're good. I think we've had a really great stream. I'm always thankful you guys coming in. Thank you so much for those who donated. It it helps a lot. And I love having an excuse to give more stuff away. I love being able to give stuff away. So okay. Oh, the name of the sheath that we in fact, I will help you find it. Only give me 1 second. Let me close that out. Hmm. So I've tried all 3 Viper 8 sheaths at this point. Um, and this is the only one, if you're carrying it on your right hip, that actually works. It genuinely is good. I'm surprised to say, but only the right hip, because when I tried on the left, it did not work. So let me share this link to you, and you can use this here. That's the link that takes to the Viperade model that we're talking about, which is the PL3. It's got a pretty good rating. So what I'm happy with Viperade, a lot of companies pirate images from Tale of Knives, but Viperade has been good to, like, be at least honest with the fact that what it is. Like, they're not trying to hide what they have, which is good. But no, this is a surprisingly comfortable sheath. I was very happy with it. Um, kind of impressive that it's as comfortable as it was. It's not gonna last as long as the Tale of Knives sheath, but, for 160 bucks, it better last, right? You know what I mean? That's a really good question, I wonder. I have 2, and we are gonna modify one of them, and I'm gonna combine it with the Leatherman curl, and we're gonna make a burl, right? We're gonna make a burl, a hybrid, and there's a reason for that that you'll learn when I put it together and why. Excuse me. That is my sign that it's time to go. All right, guys. It is highly appreciated that you stopped in and hung out with me tonight, and we'll be talking again soon. Next week, I'm hoping we'll be able to do that a tier list. I'm going to work on it, try to figure out how to get it to work. It's going to take some time, but once it's set up, I think people are going to have a lot of fun making their own tier lists, and I think that will probably be a lot of interesting discussion, and it should be. I think that we should start having these types of conversations. Which ones do we think are worth our time? Which ones should we just ignore? And I think we all have different opinions about that. And that's a good thing. All right. As always, thank you guys for your time. We will talk again soon. Good night.